Hello. That was so phony. Hey guys, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing really well. I am coming to you with the palette recommendation tag. I saw Bailey B do it, but I don't think she originated it. She didn't. Someone else came up with it, but I've seen a few of them going through. My favorite was Bailey B actually. But I'm gonna do it. And so what this is, it's kind of like the perfect palette tag, but the perfect palette tag was just like, it's like your favorites in each category. This one is more just like what you would recommend to someone else based on the category that's given. So it was really, really tough picking palettes for these categories. Like these were excellent questions or excellent categories. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I love palettes. I collect all makeup, but I do collect palettes. Like I have more palettes than anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So there's 10 questions or 10 categories, and I'll go ahead and explain a little bit and go ahead. So for beginners, a lot of people that were suggesting for beginners, they were suggesting like a small neutral palette, something small to start with. I, on the other hand, I guess have a different opinion. I feel as though if you are a beginner in makeup or a beginner in eyeshadow, you don't really know what kind of eyeshadows. I mean, I guess you know what you like on others, but you don't really know what kind of colors you like. Because you can like a color in real life, but it doesn't transfer on your eyes well, or, you know, to go with your eye color, or matte shadows versus shimmer shadows versus foil shadows. There's so much to do. I could not suggest just one little small neutral palette. Like, here you go, start with this. It's like, what if you don't like that? You know, so I recommend actually some BH Cosmetics palettes. They're inexpensive, yet the quality is very nice on these palettes. I have 3 here. This is with the clear top. I have the Modern Mattes, which is... The Modern Mattes, excuse me, which is, you have some neutrals at the top, you have some colors at the bottom, but they're all matte. So you can play with the mattes, you can play with color as well. Then you have another finish. I enjoy the foiled, the 28 foil shadows. These are absolutely beautiful. I love this palette. You have that metallic-y, foily finish. And they have a couple more of these, but then the third one I suggest is the smoky. So this is going to give you a little bit deeper, sultry to play with. And I know this can seem like overwhelming to a beginner, and then it would be. But you have these 3 palettes. They're $12 each right now on the website, but they go down to as little as $8. Especially they have sales. It's Black Friday. It's Cyber Mondays coming up. For $24, you get all these shadows to play with and figure out what colors you like, what finishes you like, instead of like buying that neutral palette for $8, $9 and it's like, that's not it, that's not what I keep saying neutral, but like a small whatever, and that's not it, and you go out and try something else, versus you have all these colors to begin with. So even if you're a beginner, I think you should give yourself as many choices as possible for as little bit of money as possible. That's what I feel, because you don't know what you like, so you need to try and experiment. That's my take on that. Alright, the best drugstore palettes by far right now this year, I'm giving them to the NYX Ultimate. Now some people were saying these are hard to find now. Sometimes they're not on Ulta's website, then they are. I was able to find them still, so I'm recommending them. They're about $20 a piece, so they're on the higher end of Ulta's of like a drugstore palette. I actually did a review on these. I will link it down below. Beautiful shadows, beautiful shades. The pigmentation is there. They have 4 categories. You have the brights, then you have the warm neutrals here, then you have the smoky and highlight one, and the cool neutrals. So there's 16 shadows in each of these, and I think they're just wonderful, and not necessarily for beginners. It could be for beginners, what have you, but the quality is there, and you get a lot of choices, a lot of really pigmented shadow. In the bright one, there is a couple pressed pigments in that palette too, and they stain, baby. Very, very nice. And so best drugstore, I'm giving it to them. I really enjoyed those palettes. Alright, best for work or school, I'm going with the Lorac Pro. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time. The reason why I'm going with the Lorac Pro is because it's on the neutral side. You get a little bit of like a slate gray, a deep purple, gold, garnet. You get these couple of shades down here that I wouldn't necessarily call them pops of color, but I would call them enough to just switch up the neutral eye a bit. Switch it up to make it a little bit different. But the reason why I put this best for work or school, it is a professional palette. It is classified as that, you know, to be safe for our school dress codes, work dress codes, you're not going to go wrong with a neutral situation. And I think this works on warm and cool tones. I really do. I think it looks beautiful. And every person I see do a tutorial, do a look with this Lorac Pro, I really, really enjoy it. So I recommend this because it's safe, yet it's good, and it works. Alright, so best palette to naturally play with color. Natural and color, for me, do not go together. But naturally play with color, whereas though you want to play with some shades, you want to play with some color, you either want to branch into color, trying to find something in the middle between not too neutral, not too bright, or you want to keep your neutral look and maybe pop something on the lower lash line or pop something in the outer corner. I completely get it. And what I recommend if you're doing a palette, it was really, really hard. Not too many palettes have those pops of color. I have a couple palettes that have just like one pop of color, a neutral palette with one. It's not really helping you. But I came across the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette when I was looking for palettes in this challenge, and I think this fits perfectly. So what you have here is, first off, Too Faced, however gimmicky Too Faced may be, their shadow quality, I haven't come across a Too Faced palette where I did not like the shadow quality. Beautiful shadows. This one's kind of young looking with the hearts, but we're going to go into the shadow shades. You have beautiful, make sure I'm in frame, beautiful neutrals here, different finishes, matte, satin, shimmer, one with a little bit of glitter in it. And then you have these here. You have this pink pop here. You have this deeper teal here. You have this purple here, this light pink, even that gold up there can pack a punch. And so these pops, look at those pops in your palette will definitely spruce up your look where it's not all the way neutral, and it'll definitely help you, you know, play with that color, and but still, if you want to stay safe. I dropped my pack of wipes. Classic Candace. Alright, so the next category is biggest bang for your buck. There's a lot of inexpensive, great palettes. But what I did was I picked palettes that had really good pigmentation, really, really nice, and then I picked the cheapest one. I was like, you know, something that can be really, really good or comparable to this, but cost this. I'm giving it to the Beauty Treats palettes. If you ask someone else, as far as just like, ask someone else, you know, their opinion, best bang could be a lot of them. I like Makeup Revolution, L'Oreal palettes are great, but these bad boys, these Beauty Treats matte palettes, matte palettes, that's the only thing, they're all matte, but $2 a piece, and the pigmentation is insane. I did do a look for my $5 less challenge using these palettes. I will link that down below as well, so you guys can really see them in action. But they got a lot of palettes on me. They are 12 pan palettes. Pigmentation out of this world. You can get these at Five Below, what have you. This is the warmer neutral one. This has these two shades in it right here. I put those in my crease like all the time now. Very beautiful. Again, mattes. If you're not into mattes, you may have to look at something else. But I mean, you cannot beat. Here's a cool one. And let me do some swatches. My fingers are too big for these pans, but I'll get them in there anyway. Look at that purple and that blue. Like, look, little powdery in it. Like, you gotta be careful, but I'm not. Look, that's a $2 palette. So I definitely recommend like I said, they have a neutral palette. They have this bright, colorful one. They have a cool one, and I think they have a few more when I was looking online for different things. So check those out. Where am I been from? Okay, best palette for my skin tone. Very warm, yellowy based. So what I chose, I think you guys can already get. Maybe not. You can't guess the original, but the honorable mention you probably can guess. So I like those bronzy, orangey, warm brown shades. Not like fall colors, not always for fall, but those orangey, warm browns, like that oatmeal tan, my Coastal Scents oatmeal tan, they in the crease, they just really work for me. I really like them. And honestly, the first palette that really helped me realize those complement my skin so well was actually the Morphe 35O. Honestly, I know people get a lot of hate for this palette, a lot of hate towards Morphe. I've been seeing a lot lately. I love it. This 35O, I did a look, playing around, tutorial, different things. It was a while ago, but I'll find it and put it down below. just warmed me up to like, orange. And I don't like orange in real life. Like, that's not like one of my favorite colors. I don't like it at all. But on my skin, like, it really makes that warmth, makes it, the glow just beautiful. And 35O, when I started using this, really showed me that that's what I need in my life as far as colors. So I definitely recommend that for my skin tone. Now they have an all matte one and an all shimmer one. Hopefully they'll be available at IMAX next year and I'll pick them up. Unless they go on a super sale before then. Honorable mention, if you can get your hands on it though, the Lorac Mega Pro 3 is really nice for warm skin tones as well. Okay, I have a review on that palette. I got a lot of stuff to link down below for you guys. A lot of stuff to link. Alright. The next one is best palette for my eye color. Alright, so I had to give you two palettes because I have two eye colors. These blue eyes, I wear them every day. You guys see me on here with my glasses on, their prescription. I do wear glasses on the regular. I have bad eyesight. But I wear these lenses all the time. They're breathable, night and day type of thing, and they're colored. And I love them. My natural eyes are not blue. I know. I rarely get any negativity. I almost never get any negativity about me wearing blue contacts. A lot of people think they are my natural eyes, but they're not. My natural eyes are a brown. I would slide my contacts to the side, but I don't know. It makes people queasy. But you can check out another video where I have my natural eyes. So I picked two palettes. For my brown eyes, honestly, for my brown eyes, I chose the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. I'm a very monochromatic person. You know how they say, purple complements brown eyes and this color complements this. This is a color wheel. It all works and that's all pretty, but for me, I like brown on brown, or like my blue eyes. I like doing a blue smoky eye and a blue lip. Have on black and white eyeshadow and I wear a black lip. I love the monochromatic thing. I love matching like with like. I do, and a lot of people don't. But for my brown eyes, I love the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. All browns, neutrally shades, and if you can see, there is some shades here with like that purpley undertone, and purple does complement brown eyes really, really well. So I do recommend this. You have green, which looks really nice. This foresty olivey tone, and gold looks really nice on brown eyes, so you have a golden shade in here as well. So definitely the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. This is one of my favorite palettes as well. So yeah, that works. Okay. Blue eyes. Now my blue eyes, I actually was going to go with the chocolate bar again, but the semi-sweet. And the reason why, because there's a blue in here. If you want to do that monochromatic, I don't know, honestly. I know what they say complements brown eyes, but honestly, like, according to the color wheel and different things and what they say makeup-wise, I have no idea what they say complements blue eyes. I have no idea to tell you, but I recommend this one because my blue eyes are lighter than my brown, and the semi-sweet tone is a little bit lighter, than the regular chocolate bar. So because these blue eyes are a lighter color, I chose a palette with some lighter browns, and it definitely has a blue in there. So if you want to do something, you know, that matches the eye color or just a pop or whatever, definitely recommend this, the semi-sweet. I can't, if I had an like all-time favorite chocolate bar, those two would be tied, honestly. I love them both. Okay, best all-in-one palette. I do not have an answer for this one because I don't do all-in-one palettes. There are very, very few that for women of color that provide quality eyeshadows with beautiful shades that complement our skin. And that's usually not the issue. There are palettes that have the shadows that complement, but the face products tend to not. Usually you get that little section in the palette that provides face products, and the blushes are like for light brown, light peach, light pinks, light whatever, you know, or the highlighter or light. I haven't come across an all-in-one palette that I think will complement my skin, and I will be able to get the best use out of all the products in the palette. So I don't have an answer for that. Alright, almost done here. Best for travel, I'm stealing an answer from another one, the Lorac Pro. The reason why I'm picking this again is because it is safe, but it's beautiful. It's not like a safe, boring palette. Those shimmers pack a punch. So if you're traveling and you're like, alright, we're visiting New York, we don't know whatever we're going to be doing. We don't know. You're going to get a nice everyday look. You're going to get a nice sultry look, a nice smoky look. You can get all of that with this palette. And also the packaging. It's so flat and sleek. There's not any wiggle room for these shadows. The lid with mirror in it smashes right down on the top of these shadows. So if you hit a bump or something, your shadows aren't going to like pop out or move. You can slide this right in the side with some padding or whatever. And I think it's really, really safe for travel. And you never know what you're doing when you go somewhere. So if you got to carry one palette, I would go with that because it's safe, but it's beautiful and it works. So. And then finally in this recommendation tag is do not recommend. I would not recommend. And the palette that I would not recommend is the Morphe 12P palette. The reason why I have a review on this and all the other 12 pan palettes that Morphe came out with, I will link that one down below as well. The reason why I wouldn't recommend this is because these colors, just the 12P. The other ones, they're okay. The reason why I don't love them as much is so much how the shades are set up. Like, you know, they may be missing a key shade, but this one is just due to pigmentation and the way it performs. It's just not there for me. Lackluster shades like that yellow is, it's barely there. I'm just not a fan of the pigmentation. You have some bright palettes that cost, was about $12. That cost a little more, but they're worth it. Your Urban Decay Electric, your Beauty Treats for $2. These setups are very, very similar, and the Beauty Treats pigmentation is blowing the Morphe one out of the water. So that's why I wouldn't recommend it. I am a fan of Morphe. I am, but that palette just disappointed. It's not cool. So yeah, that is the palette recommendation tag. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in the video, feel free to leave them down below. I love you all, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.